Hey guys, I'm super excited. Today I get the opportunity to interview Mike Bisaha of Big Top Brewing Company. We are very excited about the new location coming. We've had our eyes on this for a while. This has been a long time coming. Mike, it's good to see you.
Look forward to having you guys out here. Absolutely. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, well, tell me a little bit about what's going on. What's, how did you get into all this? I mean, this is obviously a very interesting business, so.
Yeah, beer is always an interesting business, yeah. So Big Top is your stereotypical garage startup. We started 10 years ago now in our garage. You know, my partner Seth and I were sitting there drinking beer, watching our kids play. Just as people do, as neighbors do, we're neighbors. Cool. And he said, man, how cool would it be if one of these craft beers were ours? And I said, I know nothing about craft beer. And he said, that's okay, I know who it is. So he called his friend Josh Wilson, who at the time had been with Publix for 29 and a half years and was ready to retire, but had been home brewing for 25 years and making fantastic beer. So within the next week, we were out, we were drinking beer in the backyard, and 10 years later, we have our new facility getting ready to open, and we couldn't be more excited to show you.
That's awesome. Well, we're super excited to get in there and see some things, so why don't we go take a look?
Let's take a look.
Showing us?
Come on. So it is a work in progress. We're still moving along through here, but one of the best things that we love about Big Top and things that we've always done is represent local art. We have got 2 murals here in this location done by Will Ralston, one by Ron Givens, and another wood mural that is still under construction by Tim Steller. This is Will Ralston's first largest piece here. There's a lot of representation about Big Top. It's our mascot, Sir Wellington, our brewery dog, Shiva, M. Toto, who is the gorilla that they tried to mate with Gargantuan in the circus, and the world-renowned Cocky. If you've ever been to our Cock and Bull location, you've seen Cocky running around. He is now retired out at Will's 5-acre property, but we wanted to represent Cocky here at the new location and bring him along. So art's always going to be a big thing for us, but yeah, love this one.
That's awesome. Well, let's get in here and check out some of the space. What can you tell me about the space in general? It looks like you got a massive area here.
We do. So all the 18,000 square feet in total. This new location is going to be where we have our full production facility. So we will be brewing right over here, all of our new tanks. We're having a brand new system built. It's still under construction, so we will not have the new system when we're ready for open, but our team cannot wait for this system. We're going to go pretty automated on this one. Our productivity has been going through the roof in a great way here in the local market and throughout Florida, so we're excited for this new large system to be built and set up over here. But until that happens, we will still be brewing out of our Brewers Collective location in Lakewood Ranch. So still made right here in Sarasota, Bradenton.
Awesome. So eventually you'll have this up and running. What's that timeline look like?
So we're hoping within the next few months. The system's under construction and we have the vast majority of our tanks still. So we'll just transition over here. With it being season right now, we really can't pull the plug on any of the tanks because we need every single one at every single moment. So we have to time that precisely to make sure that we don't short our distributor, Gold Coast Eagles.
Awesome. Cool. Well, I see you got something going on up here. Is that going to be
So we've got mezzanine storage space over this location, over this area here. Okay. The same with over there. I'm not really going to house too much. You know, with beer, there's a lot of storage required, whether it's glassware, cans, kegs, whatever it may be. So storage will be upstairs. Down here is going to be the primary area for our customers to enjoy inside. You know, at this location, we really wanted that transition from inside to outside to be seamless, and really allow our guests to pick the experience they want, whether they want to be out under the oak tree or whether they want to sit in here and have a really fantastic meal and some beers. Alcohol will be full liquor here at this location.
Oh, cool.
So we're really excited about that one.
Well, with all the beers that you're going to have on tap, tell me about food. You guys doing food here?
We are. We've teamed up with a group of it's known for Oak and Stone and Libby's and Circo. Those guys are fantastic at what they do. They have management down to a science, and it's something that we knew on a scale of this size, we really needed to bring in the experts to manage and oversee all the food operations and sales on site. So we're very excited for Joe and Joe to oversee and put their stamp on the food. If you've ever been to any of those locations, you know the food's fantastic. That's one of the things that we wanted to make sure we executed very well here. We didn't want bar food. We wanted to make sure that the food paired right along with the beer that we did. We were known for world-class beer. We want to make sure that the food represents that as well.
Of course, yeah. And I guess backtracking a bit here to the beers, do you guys know how many beers you'll have on tap?
We do. We're going to have around 30 at this location here. We're known to rotate out the new ones often. You know, realistically, we'll have a new beer every single week here, maybe even more. But we're also going to have specialty cocktails on draft. You know, our cocktail menu is fantastic. So this is going to be an interesting concept here. We're excited for this one.
Yeah. I think everybody's really excited. So, well, cool. Let's continue the tour. I know you got some awesome looking space back here. Everyone's been seeing it as they drive by on 75. So, you know, my wife and I have been loving seeing all the progress on this. So why don't we take a few steps out and we'll go.
Let's do that.
Look at what's going on.
So our interior bar is going to start here. Again, we're going to have music inside, you know, nice interior bar, tap set up here, over 30 TVs. We really want to kind of whatever experience you're looking for. If you're on to sports, we're going to have multiple TVs to be able to watch sports. If you just want to sit here and have a cocktail or have a fantastic beer, you're going to have that option as well. And then it transitions outside. That was one of the things that we really wanted. The entire brewery, this entire facility, this building really was designed around these two oak trees out here. It took us quite a bit of back and forth. The county was fantastic in working with us to make sure that we were able to incorporate these trees and really build the entire facility around them. You know, most developers in here would have come through and they would have just taken them right out in highest and best use. You guys are in real estate, you understand that. My background's real estate and development, so I understand that just the same. But there's also a user experience that you want to make sure that we represent. And to us, watching people have a fantastic time is what has got us to this level. So we wanted to make sure that we executed that to the 10th degree here, and really building this plan around these trees is what it was meant for us. So, you know, you're going to have over 500 seats out here, 3 fire pits. I know it sounds crazy to think fire pits in Florida, but fire pits are really just a place for people to gather, even if we don't turn them all the way up. We see that at our Cockenville location now. Over 60 seats at the outside bar here with TVs that will line this back wall. We can't wait for those to go up and finally actually have some music. We made a joke the other day that we've been building this place for 6-7 months under construction, and we haven't had one radio or any music here. So we finally have speakers coming up. So we're excited to have some music here finally, right when we bring it to completion.
That might have sped things up a little bit if we had music to work with.
Exactly.
Well, I know one thing you guys really kill it at is the events and everything you guys put into those, some of the bands you bring out. So a space here, are you equipped to do some of those things?
We are. You know, it's still going to be a balancing act for us to figure out what exactly we want the live music scene to look like here. You know, our Cockenville location right up the road is really built for live music and bringing in those national acts. So we're excited for that to transition and for that to continue. But music, I think, is a part of people and having fun. But it's to what level we take that. But having the local bands come out, either if just the one-man band, we're definitely going to do that. As far as events, we're going to have. We know we're going to have cornhole leagues over here. We're going to have a version of pickleball in the back that we can kind of run through and take a look. You know, one of the things that we didn't want was concrete or asphalt. You know, we wanted to be able to have multiple games that you could play here, but we didn't want people to be on asphalt. We wanted to be able to kick off your sandals or your shoes and come out here and just have a good time with your friends and family and make new friends and families. So this was originally going to be one of our pickleball spots, but the bounce wasn't exactly the way we wanted it. But that's okay. Everything happens for a reason. We found several new games that we can play, whether it's badminton or whether it's sandy pickleball or whether it's volleyball. And we're going to transition some of those to the back behind the oak trees down there.
That's huge. I mean, I know for myself, I have clients that won't even choose a neighborhood if there's not pickleball already equipped. So incorporating that is very thoughtful. I mean, it's been such a huge surge here in our area and across the nation. So that's awesome that you're incorporating some of that.
Well, for us, it's really just about people coming out and having fun. You know, we know we're building a space that's quite a bit bigger than most what people are expected to. So in that, we want to make sure that typical table turn doesn't exist. That's not what we want. There's nothing better than kind of standing in the background and watching a bunch of people meet, make new friends, have fun, laugh, whatever it is, over a beer or good food. And we feel that we have the space to do that so that people don't have to be like, oh, am I getting pressure from my server to leave? Well, no, we're confident enough. We've got enough seating here that you can just sit back and relax. If you don't want to eat, don't eat. Just have a drink. Enjoy time with your friends, whatever that may be. It really is the core of this building is the community and the people, and that's what we want to make sure that is represented.
This really feels like the pinnacle of what you guys have come up to be, and
Sure.
It's just really cool to see everything come to. So tell me about the hours you guys are going to be keeping and days of the week. Is it what's that?
Yeah,
like?
to start the first week or so, those hours might be a little flexible. We want to get our sea legs, if you will. We need to make sure that our team is ready and prepared, and again, as much training as we can even do. It's really tough to say, how our staff is going to react to the customers, because none of them, I don't think, have ever been able to work in an environment like this. There's really nothing else to compare it to. So we're going to have limited hours in the beginning, maybe just a lunch and or just a dinner, until we can kind of work out some of our kinks. But then we're going to have a fantastic lunch menu, dinner menu, even in a late night. We're in the area where there's a lot of apartments and homes going up in this area.
Yes,
so we want to make sure that we can cater to really anything. So if you want to come out for lunch, fantastic. Dinner, fantastic. If you want to come out for late night from 9 to midnight on the weekend and just have some drinks and listen to music and relax with your friends, that's also a fantastic option.
Feels very family friendly as well.
Definitely.
Right?
In the brewery business, that's what it's all about. There's a brewery camaraderie between breweries, but then there's also, breweries have been a place where families have tended to gather and go, because they can kind of let the kids run around, let them on a little bit of a looser leash, if you will, and just have a good time with their friends and not feel like they're bound to a table, inside somewhere. So, being able to come out and relax and have a good time. Families are, we built this for families and friends.
Definitely, it feels it, and it feels that way. It's going to show that way. So I think to wrap this up here, speaking about the location again, it's probably one of the number one spaces around town right now for location. I mean, everything's kind of pushing out this way.
Sure.
And there's all the new development around here. You're going to have tons of people coming out to this. So it is located. Why don't you give us the address real quick?
Sure. So we're 3045 Fruitville Commons. In the Fruitville Commons building, we're right next to Clive Daniels, Citria Apartments, Cooper's Hawk Winery. We're all in the same development there, just on the northeast corner of Fruitville and I-75.
Yeah, and everybody that knows everything that's going on in Waterside, if you can't get in there, everybody's just going to be coming to this place. That might even free up some space for people to get into some things over there. But I really believe this is going to be the number one spot in Sarasota, and I say that I don't say that with lightly at all. This is something I take seriously. So I think that you guys are doing it right.
Thank you.
The space is incredible, and we're all very excited about this. So thank you.
No one more than me, but thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Look forward to seeing everybody out. Thank you.